Do not try this at home, kids. Boy, that fizzes in your mouth. Just say, yes, people, welcome back to Brendan Pearson Fitness. And then you can start laughing and do whatever you want.
No.
Just say it.
No.
Just do that. Do what I do. Do the hand. Take one. Action.
I don't want to.
Go. Take two. Action. Gotta say, yes, people, welcome back to Brendan Pearson Fitness. Brian does BP Fitness. Action. Come on! Action.
Yes, people. I can't do it.
Oh, it's getting there. We're getting there. Right, we're getting there.
Much later.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Yes, people. Welcome back to Brendan Pearson Fitness.
Come on! We did it! Just about, it's fucking freezing. Right, you can go and cycle or something like that. Yes, people, welcome back to Brendan Pearson Fitness. Yeah, that's how you do it. Right, anyway.
You have no shame.
For a change today, we are going to be doing my girlfriend's workout. I have wrote a female 5-day-a-week program. We are going to be doing day 1 of the program, which is a full body push session. So we're working all the pushing muscles, all the pussy. So yeah, we're going to be working all the pushing muscles. So it's mainly going to be squats and presses. So Bryony's got her session down here. Starting off, she's got back squats. I'm going to be doing front squats. We're going to be doing warm up, building up to a heavy 6 to 8 repper. To failure, I'm going to be doing the same. Then we'll be resting. Going to do a back offset, which is going to be between 10 and 12 reps. Again, to failure. And then we're going to drop the weight around 50-60% and do a drop set. Then Bryony is going to be doing, so it's in the program, it's a vertical overhead, right? A vertical push, which is an overhead press. Bryony's doing dumbbell shoulder press, but because I've got a dodgy shoulder, I'm just going to be doing my bench press instead. Then we are into a single leg squat. Bryony's going to be doing split squats. I'm going to be doing rear foot elevated split squats, 3 sets, 10 to 15. And then we are on a a horizontal press. We're both going to be doing incline dumbbell bench press on that one. You do it dumbbell, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing, 3 sets, 10 to 15, pushing pretty close to failure. Then I might do a few little accessory stuff, but we have got abs and conditioning. Monday momentum workout is what we're going to be doing, which is, in fact, I think your program, Ab Blast, actually, it's like abs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, on the female program, it's an ab workout, but on the men's, it is more of a Monday momentum conditioning lower body blast. But we're going to combine the two, throw it in, and yeah, I'll walk you through what we do. Yes, people, so I thought I would just come and talk on the camera and walk you through the session as we go through it. Anyway, we warm up. I do a little bit of a bike, 2 or 3 minutes to get warm. Great stretch, 5 either side, inchworms, and then bodyweight squats, and kind of holding that squat position for a bit, just to get the hips warm and comfortable with everything. Sometimes do some lateral band walks. You can see Bryony's doing some bodyweight squats with a band on, but we just warm up. Start with bodyweight, get then to the bar, and just progressing each time. Bryony went up in like 2.5 to 5 kilogram increments. I went pretty much starting from 40 and going up in 20s to the working weight, and this is a bit of a... I think I need a poo. It happens when you get to the bottom of the squat. Anyway, so Bryony worked up to 45 kilograms. You can see she's got a bit of a heel elevation just because her ankle mobility isn't great. So a little bit of heel elevation helps her get a little bit deeper in the squat and takes away a bit of that ankle dorsiflexion, which isn't there. Anyway, pushing up to 45. I think she gets 8 arm just there, just in case, because she hadn't touched this weight before. She'd only been to 40 kg before. I went up to 90. I think it's 90. I can't remember. For 8 reps, I think I managed this day. I'm not too sure. I think it was 8 reps. So working up to a heavy 6 to 8. Again, building up in like 10 to 20 kg increments. Pushing as close to failure as possible until we feel like our foam's going to break. Then we rest 3 or 4 minutes, as long as we need in between. And then we go to our back offset, which is a 10 to 12 repper. Bryony went to 40 kilograms. Again, I'm there just in case, just more for her confidence more than anything, because she hasn't lifted this heavy and pushed this close to failure before. But she's done well. 40 kilograms is good for her body weight. Then what we did in the women's side of the program, we did a little drop set. So we dropped the weight just about like 10-15 kilograms. Bryony dropped to 30 kilograms, and she tried to rep out, is get as many reps as she can at that weight, obviously with her technique and form, feeling pretty confident. I think she managed another 10 or 12. What I did for my back offset, you can see I went 75 kilograms, pushing between 10 and 12 reps. I think I got 10 or 11. Again, my reps were progressing from the last week, which is good. I went from front squats, took my hoodie off, and then I jumped straight into back squats afterwards. Again, I'm not using the heel elevation. I'm trying to get used to not using it now, working my ankle range of motion. Same weight, keeping the same weight, pushing again to failure until I feel like my technique's breaking or I hit absolute failure. Again, I'm just struggling a little bit, but it's only my second week back squatting. So, squatting done. Obviously, Bryony done the drop set, just doing back squats. I did a drop set of back squats, front squats into back squats, which is quite tough. Got 11 reps and then 5 or 6, I'll have to look back. So I'm going to go on the bench press. Bryony's going to do shoulder press. It's meant to be a vertical push, but move on to that, we'll get warmed up. I'm going to do a few dynamic blackburns prior to it, a few warm-up sets, and we'll jump straight into it. So you heard that ugly guy. I did a few dynamic blackburns just to get the shoulders warm, get the shoulder prep. I've still got a little bit of a shoulder injury on the left side, so did 10 reps of dynamic blackburns just to get all that shoulder musculature firing, loosen off the shoulders, and then also a few reps of push-ups just to get the chest, triceps, shoulders all warm. 10-15 reps just to get warm before we go into a set. While Bryony's warming up, I'm going to go floor press. Seeing I'm doing 2 chest priority movements, I'm going to do floor press first, just so I'm not working the length in the stretch position first. I think I'm doing incline bench next, so just working that top portion of the chest. And it says it's changing the bench, but I'm doing floor press, Bryony's doing shoulder press. Is it heads up for you? Bryony just nearly broke my phone, so she's now camera woman as a punishment. Just warming up. So yeah, as you heard, I chose to do floor press as my pressing movement. Obviously in the program it's meant to be an overhead press, but because I've got a dodgy shoulder, I stuck to floor press, So Bryony's overhead pressing movement, dumbbell shoulder press, back supported. She went 8 kilograms for her top set. I think she managed 8 reps on this. Again, I'm there just to support her in case she needs it, but we let them do the work until they need it. But this week she got 8, so next week she's going to obviously increase the weight to 10 kilograms and try and get at least 6 to 8 reps. So for my top set, floor press, I actually really like this movement. Really slowing the weight down, slight pause, drive up. Might add this in a little bit more, but 90 kilograms for 6 to 8 reps. I think I managed 8. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I managed 8 on this, but again, trying to push the failure. Floor press is quite a good one if you're on your own, because if you do fail, you can, if you just chuck the weight down in it, because of the plates are big enough, they shouldn't squish you, so you should be fine. Anyway, Bryony's back offset was dumbbell shoulder press, again 6 kilograms for 10 to 12. Again on the back offset, same as the squats, we're going to do a little drop set. She dropped the weight to 4 kilograms and just repped it out until she couldn't do any more. Pushing as close to failure. The drop sets are quite tough on this, very tough. And then again, if she needed a little boost, I'd give her one. And then for me, I did the same thing, 8 kilograms for floor press between 10 and 12 reps. And then I dropped the weight down afterwards once I hit failure in a second. Good thing about the floor press is you can kind of feel your scapula pressing against the floor. So if you struggle with getting your shoulders in a good position, floor press could be the way forward for you. Just try it out. Again, like I said before, it's working that top range of motion, so that shortened range rather than the stretch range of motion, which we'll do later on. But you can see I'm dropping it down from 80 kilograms to 50 kilograms, repped it out. I think I managed 11 or 12 on this, I can't remember, but just pushing to failure. Didn't think I was going to get this last one. It came back down for a second, but it was burning, as you can see. Came back down and just about managed to get it up. Good. Anyway, next we're on to a single leg squatting movement. Again, it's a full push day, so we're covering all bases. single leg squat, we've done a double leg, we're going to go single leg. So warming up, rear foot elevated split squats. I just did a set of 15 body weight either side. Started off with two 22 kilogram dumbbells. I think the first set I got 14 or 15 reps, and then each set, because of fatigue, I'm dropping down the reps. The way I like to do it is do one set, do your weaker side, so my left side first, the failure, rest a minute, and then go on the other side on the right side, and just alternate like that. But if you're with a partner, do what we did and just alternate between sides. So I'll do my left side, Brandy will do her left side, I'll do my right side, she'll do her right side, and just alternate like that. There you go. Brandy just did split squats because she has got a little bit of a hip issue. So yeah, a little bit of a hip issue. She's got congenital hip disorder. I don't know what it is, but your hip's out of place anyway. So she did split squats, a little bit easier on the hips. It doesn't kind of force as much range of motion out of it. She did 20 kilograms. That's what I have to deal with. What I have to put up with. Maybe not like. Trying to be all serious during the workout. Anyway, this is her last set, so I think she got 2 sets of 12 beforehand at 20, and then the last set, I was on a case, as you'll hear.
Two more. Easy, one more. Easily one more. 2 more, you've got it. Come on then, 17. One more, come on, get us 18. Good. Easy, go on, 20, come. Ah.
Thought about it.
Boo!
You're gonna kill me off.
Definitely had 2 more reps in. Anyway, so my first 2 sets, I went 42 kilograms. Sorry, excuse me, 44 kilograms. I think I went 14 and then maybe 12 or 11. And I thought last set I'll drop the weight and try and push towards 15, which would have been a little PR in terms of volume, because I normally do 2 sets of this, but this is me pushing to failure. Horrible exercise these are, very horrible. So Brandy, what did you ask before? What was the question?
Should I keep all 3 sets the same weight?
Should all 3 sets be the same weight? Well, depends. So ideally, you want to be pushing pretty close to failure, and all these sets that are like, say, your 10 to 15, you got 3 sets of 10 to 15, and obviously 10 to 15 is your rep range. So ideally, the first set, with whatever weight you choose, I would ideally push towards failure, but at the higher rep range, so like the 14, 15 mark. If you get 16, it's not the end of the world. If you push the failure, you get 16, I'm happy. But if you can, the way I would do it is like first set, you're at failure, you get about 15 reps. So pick a weight that's about 15 rep failure, 15 rep max. And then each set, you would ideally try and keep the same weight if you can, and stay within that 10 to 15 rep range. But obviously your reps are going to decrease due to fatigue. Well, they should decrease if you train to failure. So your first set, you might hit 15 at failure. Your second set, you might only get 12 or 13. And then your last set, if you feel like you've got it in you to get at least 10 reps, stick at the same weight. If you feel like you can't, that it's going to be too much of a push, so your second set you only get 11 reps or 10 reps. Ideally, probably drop the weight like 2 kilograms or something, and then get within that 10 to 15 rep range. Doesn't matter if you're 1 rep out for a set, like if you get 9 reps by one set, it's not the end of the world. Just again, trying to adjust it next time you come to it. Yeah, and if you're a little bit above, if you get 16 reps, doesn't really matter either. Just again, up the weight next time. Does that answer your question, dear?
It does.
Perfect. We're going to get warm, and then I'll show you the working sets. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I hope that made sense. Really, that was just me explaining how to kind of progress your lifts in terms of weight and reps. So we did this was going to be the vertical push, but obviously because I did a flat press before, I'm doing a slight incline. It was okay on my shoulder, just 28 kilograms. We didn't rest a lot in between 10 and 15 reps, 3 sets. It was kind of like you go, I go sort of thing, so it was only 90 seconds rest maybe. Ideally, you could probably rest a little bit longer in between. I went 28, I think, for 2 sets, and I dropped the last set, and then Bronnie went 8 kilograms for hers. Again, pushing as close to failure as you can. The reps should naturally drop down due to fatigue. This was my last set. It was 24s, I think, yes. I went 28, and then dropped the 24 because I was struggling a little bit. And the drop set prior killed me. Again, push to failure. Making sure my shoulder blades are pinned back. And I'm really thinking about actually driving my elbows up rather than kind of together like a lot of people do. And kind of clunking the dumbbells together. Anyway, that is the last set. And this is Bryony's last set. She tried the 10 kilograms. I think she only managed 8 or 9 on this one. I think I had to spot her for the last few, but ever so slightly. Just goes to show you ladies can push yourself to failure as well. This is a good way to, this is the way that you get results if you push yourself this close to failure. Again, she only managed 9 reps, maybe the last 2 were probably a little bit assisted, but you're having to try to push that weight, and then in a few weeks' time it'll get easier. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. There you go, you're on camera. Right.
Ah!
Unlucky.
Unlucky. You tell me what abs you want to do. You give us a little ab routine.
Well, I've done shoulders, I would do side plank. I would normally do jackknives, and I'm into bicycle crunches at the moment, I don't know why.
Right. So we'll do, one person does that, in between.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what I thought was coming.
Obviously, that's sprint. Yeah, sprint.
What's a sprint?
Sprint.
Yep, knew that was coming. Oh.
They're all times. Oh. There we go, that's conditioner and abs. So one person does the side plank, 30 seconds one side straight, 30 seconds the other. Other person does a bike on the sprint, nice high level, probably do 60-second sprint, quickly trained round, straight into, so no rest in between. One person does 20 jackknives, other person does max burpees in between.
Ooh, it's echoing.
And then, is it? Yeah, it's a little bit. Ooh. There's an extra wall.
I didn't know whether it was just me or not.
It rebounds off things. Anyway, right. The last one, cycle crunches, or like, I'm gonna do sprinter sit-ups or something like that. 30 reps, straight into jump lunges or reverse lunges if you've got bad hips. Yeah. It's gone.
Unlucky.
It's not popping. Right, anyway, I'm not doing any more ab stuff.
Oh, we've only got one more.
I'm going to do burpees and squats the entire time we do.
Cycle crunches and...
1 burpee, 2 squats, 2 burpees, 4 squats, 3 burpees, 6 squats. All the way up there. 10 for burpees and 20 for squats. So the camera decided to cut off, but I only went up to 10 burpees and 20 squats. And my hip flexors, my quads are done. That was long. So the camera cut off again, but yeah, that was hard. I'm gonna stretch now before the camera runs out again. Do some mobility. And then it's Sunday dinner. Adios.
Alright, let's do it. I would just tinker around. When I actually got one, I actually take the 808 drum machine.
I've already videoed something and tagged it on.
Red wine jus.
Whoa. Oh, gone. Goes the verdict on the beef pal.
Isn't that good?
So good.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Melt in the mouth.
6 hours.
Fantastic. What?
You normally beef's like too chewy for me, but that's like nice and soft.
Isn't it? Melting in mouth.
Anyway, gonna eat this. It's been a pleasure. You haven't outroed a video in a while, I think you should outro it.
Subscribe to BP Fitness.
Fantastic.
Give us a like.
Thank you.
Give us a little comment.
Thank you.
Over and out, Pop Pickers.
Fantastic.
Alright.